Imagine standing at a railway station with no ticket, no destination, and no timetable. Trains arrive, people rush, everyone seems to know where they're going, and you're just standing there, watching. For most people, that feels terrifying. But Oscar Wilde once suggested something surprising. He believed not knowing what you will become is not a curse. It's a privilege, and knowing too early can quietly become punishment. From childhood, humans are trained to decide fast. What do you want to be? Doctor? Engineer? Artist? How much will you earn? Where will you live? The future becomes a box you're expected to step into. But life doesn't grow in boxes. When a child doesn't know their future, their mind stays wide open. They imagine everything. One day astronaut, next day musician, next day inventor. But adulthood slowly replaces imagination with certainty. Instead of asking, what excites me? People start asking, what is safe? And something inside goes quiet. When you decide your whole life too early, curiosity starts fading. You stop exploring the world and start managing a plan. You wake up thinking about schedules, targets, performance, not discovery. Psychologically, uncertainty keeps the brain alive. When you don't know what comes next, your mind watches more carefully. You notice chances. You listen to people. You experiment. But when you think you already know your destination, your vision narrows. You only see what helps the plan. You ignore what doesn't. Oscar Wilde understood that certainty feels powerful, but it slowly cages the soul. The moment you say, "This is who I am," you also say, "This is who I am not." Doors close silently. And later in life, people feel restless, not because life is bad, but because life became predictable. Another hidden cost of knowing too early is fear. Once you choose a future, now you must protect it. Now failure hurts more. Now mistakes feel dangerous. Now comparison enters. A student who is unsure explores. A student who is certain performs. They stop living and start proving. Uncertainty feels light. Certainty feels heavy. There's also something poetic about not knowing. When you don't know where you're going, every moment becomes meaningful. Conversations feel alive. Mistakes feel useful. Unexpected turns feel exciting. But when you believe the path is fixed, moments become obstacles. You rush through today just to reach tomorrow. Oscar Wilde's idea is not about being careless. It's about staying open. Life is not something you decide once. It's something you keep discovering. The future is not a place you arrive at. It's a direction you slowly shape. Most people think being lost means failing, but sometimes being lost means you're still free enough to change. So if you're unsure about your career, your purpose, your identity, remember this. Not knowing is not weakness. It is space. Space to grow. Space to try. Space to become more than what you planned. Because life is not about finding yourself. It's about allowing yourself to evolve. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say about your future is simple, "I don't know yet." And that's exactly why it's beautiful.